My name's Ethan. I have been working in video production for about 2 years now. I'm currently 19 years old. So I actually started in video production when I was in year 11. I accidentally chose the media course in high school. And then that led to me shooting a documentary about my karate dojo that I attended, which I absolutely loved, the whole creative process of just filming it, editing it, putting it all together and creating this final product. And I pretty much from there just went, okay, that's what I want to do. And then about 3 months later, I spent about $4.5 grand on a whole camera system. And from there, I then chose to study at Swinburne. I studied at Swinburne for a year, shot a short film there and some other little projects. And now I'm working in the industry, doing lots of freelance gigs. My typical day generally consists of, if I'm not on set, I'll be checking emails, sending out networking stuff, working on invoices, making sure that those are up to date. I generally also will try and shoot something somewhat, even if it's just picking up the camera for 30 seconds, just to sort of keep the flow going, making sure I flex the creative muscle. And then when I am on set, going on set, setting up, and then it's generally working depending on which environment with either clients or other creatives. I've worked in smaller and larger crews. They're both completely different things. The smaller crew is always fun because it's a lot more hands-on and you do a lot more. And larger crews are a whole different thing. There's a lot more pressure, but they're both got their different ways of working. So there's many different skill sets. There's the obvious, you need to know how to use a camera and be creative and want to use lighting and being very creative in that aspect. But that's only, I would say, 35% of the work. I'd say the biggest one is having people skills. If you can just be friendly and talk to people, ask them questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. It's better to look like an idiot than try and act like you know everything. It's better just to try and, if someone is clearly better than you and they've clearly been in the field for longer, ask them questions, ask them and try and learn. It's all about learning, and it's a lot about trying to learn the business side. You can be the top, you could be the best filmmaker and you could know how to use a camera and get pretty shots, but realistically that's not what's going to end up making it a career for you. You need to be able to learn how to, the main thing is networking and trying to get work with people. And if you can leave a good memory with someone, they'll want to work with you again, and putting in that just little bit of extra effort to show that you're keen on working with them in the future. And I think that goes a long way, where in past, with clients, for example, there was one where I did a shoot and they mentioned something when I delivered it, and then later I went home that night and I sent them another video so they had an extra clip they could use with the kids. They didn't ask for that at all, but it just now, they've already said to me that I'm now got another couple shoots for them throughout the year, and I've now taken on any video projects they've got in the future. And it's just a simple way of, it's just being friendly and putting in the effort and showing you're passionate. People will generally reciprocate that and really like that from it. Well, it is very rewarding. That's the first thing. It's working, my most fondest memories are working with the people. Big part is the people. So being friendly is helpful, but meeting these people, it's so much fun to work and collaborate on a project. Last year I shot a short film with about 4 or 5 guys that we spent 6+ months on. We did casting and location scouting and all of it, and it was one of the most rewarding things I've ever worked on. And just, you put hundreds to probably even over 1,000 hours into this project, and it's seeing the outcome of this final, it's only a 9-minute film, but you've spent so much time on even like the smallest detail, where we built this superhero costume from scratch, and seeing like the tiniest little details just fall into place, and just that when you show people and seeing the reaction is just so warming. And it's when you, especially when you get positive responses, it's a really good feeling just to like, when you deliver someone and they go, I like what you did, and when they want to work with you again as well, it's like, it's just very rewarding in that aspect. And it's, for me especially, I like both the technical and creative side, and it allows me to flex that muscle because it's, camera work is very technical. You'll meet people that don't want to go into that, but I love like about Kodaks and bit rates and all sorts of the CRI of a light. Like most people don't care for that, but it's a very technical side. And then you also get to flip that and it just leans straight into the creative side, because knowing that helps you be more creative and get better shots, and knowing that you can, if you do this, when you get to post, you'll be able to get a little bit more out of your highlights and all sorts of different things that I just love about this industry. It's just super rewarding.